What is going on, world? Welcome back once again. My name is ZacNovak and this is ZacNovak Plays Games, or Big ZacNovak. In today's video we have a, I guess, PvP review. It's, well, Monarque, the actual, exotic bow that you can get from the Izanami Forge. This thing on the screen right now, as you can see, I really like this. So yeah, throw all the interest, let's get into it, and I hope you do enjoy. Alrighty, now before we do actually get into the entire video, this is how I actually got Monarque. I in myself did actually have a frame that I was completing, and yeah, it was both a regular frame with the augmented weapon as well as the actual, cooler, better frame that gives you better weapons. I got myself the blast furnace, which I can't remember what it was called, but yeah. Anyway, this thing is cool. So let us just quickly go over what Monarque actually is with its lore tab, because it's pretty freaking cool. It states, wings flutter, beauty distracts, poison injects, the butterfly's curse extends to your enemies, a short life shortened further by your hand. Read by 801. Not 801 being Red Dead, that was me, but 801. Anyway, does state, we sit together and stare out into the distance at the mountains that stretch towards the heavens. There are still vibrant parts of the world, and we must not forget them. To fill her mind with them is to make her human, to connect her to the world before. Nearby, a flutter of butterflies seek their next batch of sustenance, knowing not what the world around them has become. She watches them. They are new to her. A wayward butterfly from the flutter lands on her arm. She looks at it, and then to me. Le Monarque, she says. I nod and attempt to smile. I watch her. Somehow, she reminds me of it. Beautiful and dangerous all at once. Sadness washes over me. I reach out and rub her back. A fleeting moment of comfort for both of us, as the feel of her cold body against my hand causes me to pull away. For a moment, I forgot what she was. There's an awkward silence. I steal another glance at her, simultaneously frightened of and in awe of who and what she is. A product of my own twisted ambition and desperation. The Monarch flies away, unlikely to be seen again. Now, if that wasn't sad enough, let's actually go into the crucial match, and as you can see, it is 4 against 6, so yeah, definitely not actually stacked in my favor at the moment. But this video in itself, I'm actually going to have the entirety of the gameplay in the background. I am going to be talking about a few different things, most likely the Monarch in itself and a few other different things in Destiny that at the moment I am really enjoying. One of those things actually being the Forges. Now the Forges in themselves, yes, they are virtually limited with the actual waves, but they are seriously fun, and if you do go in there solo, you can potentially find some people who really don't know what they're doing, and in turn you can actually help them out, or even other people can help you. I myself at the moment went through earlier today and actually helped 2 random people get the the third lock for the actual mysterious box on the Izanami Forge, which honestly I found pretty funny because these guys didn't actually know what I was doing, and one guy just followed me the entire time. Bless his soul, he was fairly cool. He was actually, I think, 506, and then the other guy was actually 308. And I honestly thought that if you're low enough, you don't actually match with some people, but I guess for some reason I was matched with someone that actually had put themselves really low. So yeah, there you go. As you can also see, that was the first kill so far that I got of the match with this Monarque. And this guy right here, he is a nuisance for the entire match. I'm just stating, I really don't like people that camp with grenade launchers and sit in corners because it really isn't fun. Now, at the moment, as you can see, the teams have kind of gotten a little bit more balanced, and I myself am still not actually going very well. Now, I will state this video is definitely a PvP review of a PvP bow, but I myself am definitely a PvP noob. However, when you actually do get into the swing of using this actual bow, in itself it is really freaking crispy. Now you will actually see some crispy plays in this video as I kind of progress through the match. Also, not saying this is an excuse, but this is actually my first match of the day, so yeah, bear with me when I actually state I really need to actually start getting warmed up to get into a match to actually start playing good, because otherwise I'm just not paying attention to my surroundings, especially in situations where I'm doing this, I'm running in solo, I'm not waiting for my team, I'm not doing the smart thing, and I'm really not actually aiming where I'm trying to fire my shots. I'm literally just panicking and trying to get random shots, and that in itself definitely does not help out this bow. In itself, the bow does have some pretty freaking awesome perks because, you know, it's kind of like Thorn but in a bow version. Not as powerful and nowhere near as cool, but still definitely fun. However, you do need to actually have it in that perfect actual spot. Now, as you can see, I myself have been trying to slowly get into the rhythm of actually counting 1, 2 and then firing, because if you do actually count in your head, surprisingly it does actually help out for the bow, even though it does have the on-screen display where it's tick 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 light. I myself, yeah, just prefer to go 1, 2 go, and doing this right, like, I don't even know why I did that. I have no idea at all why I did that. I'm pretty sure it was literally for the fact of I thought I was going to get that guy with the grenade launcher, even though I really should have actually known he wasn't that close, because you could see on the radar he really wasn't actually that close. So I myself am getting a little bit tilted, let's say slightly panicked tilted. As you can see, I'm running through people's shields, I'm running into teammates, I'm really not even just trying to figure out where enemies are, I'm walking through and just... You don't need to be scoped in for so long. You need to actually figure out that this bow in itself has 1, 2 tick and you get that shot. It is really freaking nice. When you do actually get that shot, it is really spicy. In situations like this, where you can actually get that guy down a little bit and fire again, it was very freaking easy. This guy, I will honestly state, I don't know what he was actually doing. He just decided that, you know what, I'm going to use my super, and yeah, I get destroyed because he's using his super. So, as you can see, the team is a little bit down. We are a little bit loserish at the moment. They do have an advantage simply for the fact of they actually have kind of more team strategic plays because they're actually in a clan. Well, most of them are in a clan. And I will honestly state that in itself can help out, because being able to communicate with your teammates, wow, does it make a difference. I myself, I'm still bad with that. I forget to communicate with people, I forget to talk, I forget to actually, you know, be a boisterous part of the team. I myself kind of just sit back with my microphone and go, I gotta, fuck, where is it? Come on, I gotta get it. Oh shit, fuck. Damn. As you can see, that in itself really isn't something you should be doing, because, yeah, I mean, I got the kill and I took the super down, but what was it really worth? Was it worth what I was doing? This guy right here, let me just state, if you are using actual shadow blades, learn how to use them before you actually walk into a situation where you can get dropped. Now, he was also using the Malfeasian, whatever it is, freaking Thorn, baby Thorn, freaking weapon in the game. I myself, I really like this bow because this is more of a Thorn type thing. I mean, the other one is a cursed weapon, a weapon of sorrow, so it's just like in the lore situation, it is more of one of those things. But that shot right there, I'm pretty sure I only got that because of the poison. Another guy actually did damage on that dude, which is pretty freaking cool, and I get a double down here because I'm using my super. But in this situation where you see this guy, I should have literally just walked back and took that shot and waited for a second, because I literally just went pull, go. And that's not what you want to do. So take it from me, a complete and utter noob, you really shouldn't be doing stuff like that, because you can just, it can fail. Doing stuff like this, however, is definitely something that can actually work. See, I did actually wait for it to be overcharged. Now, I did know that overcharge would give me that little bit extra distance, and I was able to get the headshot. That other guy, which was kind of just chilling there, was in that situation, and I don't know how my freaking knives didn't actually do any damage to that guy. But as you can see, you can actually get some, I won't say those some crispy plays. Those were kind of slimy, a little bit, very much slimy because I held down the thing for too long. But you will actually see in this video there are some kind of good plays, and this guy, I don't know what he was even doing. It's the same hunter from before. But yeah, this guy right here, I will honestly state, camper, camper, camper. He is a camper and he just runs. But yeah, what can you do about that? I mean, some people like to camp in situations in certain areas, other people just like to camp in their own style. So, sorry, got a phone call. Where was I? Oh yeah, that's right. This thing in itself is, honestly, it's a lot of fun, especially in certain situations where you can actually kind of go off. Now, I will actually state the first half of this video was fairly slimy and didn't actually work out very well for really any of the actual kind of things I was doing. I did get a few kind of cool shots and some nice plays, but they definitely weren't actually too amazing. However, stuff like this, yeah, it's one of those things where I'm just wondering, maybe it's other people, or maybe it's not actually the whole thing where you have to have so much skill when you actually are using this. This weapon in itself can actually, in some situations, make it seem like you are a lot better than what you actually are. And situations like this, it definitely just shows how bad you actually are, because I am terrible. But I will state that this thing is honestly a really nice weapon for someone like myself, who, as you can see, I do not have very much skill in the Crucible. This thing is, it's fun, it's definitely viable, and it's definitely useful in a lot of situations. If you are a good player, you will definitely be able to go off with this. If you are an average player, you can go alright with it. If you are a noob like myself, then hey, you can make yourself feel like you are a little bit more of a PvP god than what you actually thought you were. And in certain situations like that, you know you definitely aren't a PvP god when you get taken down by a Vigilance Wing. But you can still be a PvP god in your own right and own mind. I'm honestly stating that anyone out there, if you do actually go into the Crucible and you're playing Crucible to have fun, don't worry about what other people are going to do. Honestly, it's one of those situations. That's the grenade launcher guy again. Okay, worry about that kind of stuff. Just, that's not fun. That's not having fun. Going through the Crucible in itself, if you actually are going through the Crucible to have fun, then that in itself actually is surprisingly cool, because, you know, a lot of people do kind of actually just go in there to get their loot and stuff like that, I myself included. But there is certain days where I really do enjoy the Crucible and just, you know, it's fun. It's a lot of entertainment, I guess you could say, for the world of Destiny, and it's one of those things where you can kind of get in some pretty good practice. When you actually, again, are an average player, you do need to get as much practice as possible. And doing stuff like that where you're using your super on a single guy when there is a second guy there, you could have actually gone with a situation where you just changed it out. Also, this guy right here, this is a dude that had the grenade launcher. He just chills, and that's it. But yeah, as you can see from halfway in the video, team was losing and we came back. I got 25, a positive KD, 23 and a positive KD. But anyway, what do you know? It's one of those things. This thing in itself, lame Monarque, definitely cool. Also, check this out. This is a perfume brand called Lame Monarque. It just looks cool, and I thought I'd throw this in the video. But yeah. Anyway, this has been a PvP review from a PvP, not God. Anyway, I myself am a noob and I love Crucible just on certain days. Iron Banner is my favorite style of Crucible other than Mayhem. Well, actually, Iron Banner is probably ahead of Mayhem just because I really like Iron Banner. But yeah. Anyways, once again, this has been a video. If you guys have enjoyed, click that like button down below, leave a comment if you guys want to see more actual videos like this, where I do kind of break down my noobness in the Crucible and show you some reviews of certain weapons. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, do all that good stuff and I'll be sharing like Karen if he was Ed Sheeran. But again, this is ZacNovak, signing off. Peace out.